Me is marine physicist Peter Reid, Dr. Peter Reid, who was sacked as a professor at James Cook University, same one as that expert you just heard, for actually calling out fellow academics as scaremongers. Peter Reid, it's always great to catch up with you. What is, in fact, the state of the reef?
Well, it's ironic that just recently some new statistics have come out on the coral cover. And so, for example, the area which was hit by the 2016 bleaching is completely recovered. Every area except one has got above average coral cover, some at near record levels. There's only one area which is below average at the moment. So actually the statistics make it look wonderful.
All right, okay. I have to go to you for the cool facts rather than all this hysteria today. All right, the world's temperature right now, Peter Reid, as measured by satellites at the University of Alabama at Huntsville, is about 0.08 of a degree, less than a tenth, above the 30-year average. I mean, you could barely measure it.
No,
How
exactly.
much danger is the reef in... Sorry?
It's in no danger from the tiny amount of increase in temperature that we've had even over the last 100 years. If anything, that would make the temperatures grow faster. But of all the organisations that you've mentioned here, you forgot to essentially say that we've given the ammunition to those organisations. Our own untrustworthy science institutions have given the Chinese the ammunition they need to beat us with. And we mustn't remember that. I have a great deal of sympathy for Susan Lay's position, the Environment Minister's. But what we've got to now do is to get our own scientists to become trustworthy. We need audits of our own science so we can't be crucified the way we are with our own work.
It's such an echo chamber. Our experts tell UNESCO, hey, listen, our reef's in danger. They say our reef's in danger. And then our experts here, so-called, say, look, they're right. I mean, it's just such a pea and thimble trick. Now, the argument of these UNESCO officials that the reef is in danger and so Australia should have tougher global warming policies, I don't see the connection here, because what difference would tougher policies from Australia ever make to the reef?
Well, exactly. And if you listen carefully to that interview on the ABC this morning, essentially what they were saying was that, well, of course it's going to affect, if climate changes are going to affect the Great Barrier Reef, it's going to affect all the reefs of the world. But they're only picking on Australia because they don't like our climate policy. So essentially we have the situation that if they like your climate policy, then they'll say your reefs are fine. But if they don't like your climate policy, they'll say your reef is in danger. So it's utter proof that this is not a scientific evaluation of the state of the reef. It's just a political stunt that has been essentially fueled by our own untrustworthy science institutions.
Now, Peter, I'm out of time, but I have to ask you this. You're fighting your dismissal in the High Court. You stood up against the alarmists. James Cook University shamefully got rid of you. Where is that battle up to now?
Well, tomorrow we're in the High Court with our fingers crossed.
Mate, not just your fingers crossed, mine as well. Good luck. I think Australia should hope for you to win in this, because if you don't, my God, what does it say about the freedom to speak up against this new exaggerated scaremongering that's led to this unfortunate result? Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks very much.